Are you still there, listening? Good. Understand, there is an art to storytelling. It's more than just reading words written on a piece of paper. I guess that's why you're so good at storytelling, Dark Waters. Your stories, I can feel them. My soul shakes, and my ears know the truth. So here's what I want you to do for me. Show these lame, jive storytellers what real true horror is about. Make them feel it in their souls. Fix your crown, King. Fix your crown.
Well, I've been waiting to share this story for years, but was too afraid to. Not because I'm afraid of Skinny, but because I was afraid of what people would think and whether they would believe me or not. I'm in Arkansas, Calico Rock to be exact. Born and raised in this area, and I love it. Life here is slow just the way I like it. My first encounter with this thing I call Skinny was in 2012. Picture this, it's broad daylight outside. I had just finished helping my brother change the brakes on his truck. I'm standing there cleaning my hands, and I look over at the tree line, and there's this shadow, 12 foot tall, looking in our direction. Call my brother's attention to it, and we both stand there trying to figure out what could be casting this shadow that looks like a human being standing next to a tree. Now I want you to understand, we can clearly see this. It's no more than 55 yards away from his front door, but it doesn't make any sense, so both of us say screw it, head inside to get some coffee. I'm standing there in the kitchen pouring my second cup of coffee, but something about that shadow was bothering me. So I go take a quick peep out of the blinds, and it's gone. 2 days later, we're out having drinks. My brother's had way too many, and I'm getting close to having too many. He's leaning all over the bar, harassing the waitresses, just acting a plumb damn fool. So instead of them calling the police on us, I decided it was best that we get to going right now. Imagine this, we're walking out of the club, headed to the truck, and across the road under a nightlight, I see what looks like that exact same shadow. Now, I've been drinking, so I draw my brother's attention to it, but he's drunk and slurs his words saying, just get in the car. Don't worry about no damn shadow. Just get in the car. Ain't no shadow gonna do us nothing. Now, we're on the road, and technically I'm drinking and driving. There's no way in hell that if the police pulled me over, I was gonna pass a breathalyzer. Now, I tell you that because it's important. And any of you who've had too much to drink and were consciously trying to drive home, you know that you drive extremely careful, or at least you believe you're driving carefully. I'm headed down the road, driving under the speed limit, both hands on the steering wheel. When I look in the mirror, and I swear to you, that shadow is running down the road, chasing behind us, galloping, using its arms and legs. I speed up, then it speeds up. I slow down, and it slows down. Now, here's the strange thing. It follows us all the way home. But when we get to my place, I look in the mirror, and there's nothing there. And by now, my brother is passed out in the front seat. I have to get him out of the truck, walk him into the house, slam him onto the sofa, and then I head upstairs and go to bed. Morning time, severe hangover. Headed downstairs to get me some coffee, and I find my brother outside staring at the truck. On the driver's side, walking towards him, he's standing there, scratching his head. And I say, what's wrong? He says, do you remember hitting a fence or something last night? Because I don't remember us hitting anything. I'm like, no, shit, we made it home safe. But looking at my tailgate, there was a scratch, man. And it looked like a freaking giant claw mark. And in that moment, I remembered a little bit of what I saw the night before, that shadow chasing us, taking a swipe at the truck. Now, all of that happened in 2012. Fast forward to 2014. I'm excited because I started dating this nice girl, really nice girl from a good family. Her birthday is coming up, so I wanted to give her a little party at my place. So I'm outside around the house, cleaning up, cutting the yard, throwing out old stuff that had been sitting around forever. And back then, I used to keep 2 junk cars in the yard. Just vehicles I was working on for a quick buck here and there, flip them and sell them, make $500 or $1,000. Well, I'm moving one of these junk cars when I start to hear this hissing sound. You know what it sounds like when there's a nail in your tire, that long sound that you hear. Hell, I walked in circles trying to figure out which car tire was going flat, but all of them were fine. Then I hear the hissing sound again, this time coming from the tree line. When I look up, it's that skinny shadow, this time wrapped around a tree like a snake, and it's just hissing at me. I'm like, what the fuck? Understand, man, I ain't been drinking. I'm sober as a priest on a Saturday morning. And I know what I saw. It scares me so much that I turn to get my truck gun. And when I turn back around, it's gone. Later that night, I had the most terrifying nightmare I've ever had in my life. Everyone's at my house for this party. Skinny comes out of the wood line, hissing, galloping towards the children that are there. And when I jump in between him and them, he stabs me through my heart with his claws. Listen to me, waking up from a dream like that left a pain in my chest. Shit, I thought I was actually having a heart attack. Next day, the party comes and goes, no problem. I was paranoid as hell the entire time. Now, it took a while before I got the nerves to go and talk to my pastor, mainly because I figured he was just going to laugh at me and call me crazy. But when I finally told him what was going on, he said that the Indians that lived on this land before us told stories of these shadows that would terrorize them for years. That next weekend, Pastor came out to my house and did a blessing. Now, I haven't seen Skinny again, but at night I gotta sleep with my windows closed, because if they're open, I can hear him off in the woods just hissing. That damn hissing is unmistakable. It's so powerful and strong, like a tractor tire's done sprung a leak.